Hi friends, my name is Pixlriffs, and I'm going to show you how to build a fully automatic honey block farm in Java Minecraft. Start by placing a dropper facing upwards with 9 hoppers attached to it. Place flowering azalea leaves next to the first 8 hoppers. Build up a wall of glass in front and above, leaving a 1-block gap. At the end of your row of azaleas, place a barrel that's going to collect the honey blocks. Gather 8 bee nests, each with 3 bees inside, and place them along the back here. Place dispensers facing down on top of each of the nests or hives. Place a block on the back of the bee nests, 2 blocks on the ground, 1 block up at a diagonal, 2 blocks attached to the back of the dispenser, and a block of glass right there. Place a comparator behind this block to detect the honey level of the hive, and wrap redstone dust around the top. Then make sure the dispenser is completely full of empty glass bottles. Copy this redstone behind every beehive you've placed. Now on top of the dropper at the end, place a piece of soul sand, surround that with glass, and build a glass tube 8 blocks tall. Leave a gap on one side for a crafter facing towards the front of your farm. We'll break this block and place a hopper facing into the crafter. Then diagonally above this hopper on either side, we'll place another piece of glass, another one on top of the crafter, and we're going to fill this tube with water, creating a bubble column. Make sure you cover up the top of the water stream so they don't bounce too high. This dropper here should already have started filling up with honey, so we're going to set up a comparator clock next to it. Place a comparator facing outwards from the dropper, place 2 blocks here and here, place a redstone dust on the other side of this block right next to the comparator, with a redstone repeater feeding into it, and a target block right there. Make sure that glass surrounds your soul sand block at the bottom, and any honey bottles that end up in the dropper should now be spat upwards into that water column and fed into the crafter. Make sure that you disable 5 slots of the crafter, leaving just a 2x2 grid to assemble honey blocks. Have a comparator facing out the back of this crafter, a comparator feeding in from the side, and another crafter right here with all 9 slots disabled. Place a solid block next to the crafter, wrap 2 redstone dust around here with a repeater feeding into that solid block. If we set up a double chest in front of the crafter, that will collect all the honey blocks and glass bottles. Place 2 hoppers facing sideways out of the bottom of this chest. We're going to use these to create 2 item filters. Measure each with a redstone comparator followed by 3 pieces of redstone dust, a repeater on the underside right there, and a redstone torch attached to either of these blocks. In the hopper on the right, we're going to place 41 honey blocks and 4 blocks of any other material. I chose netherrack. In the left-hand hopper, we're going to do the same, but with glass bottles instead of honey blocks. The honey block hopper can now connect down to the barrel that's going to be the output for the farm. And on top of the dispensers filled with glass bottles, we're going to place a row of hoppers each facing downwards, each containing a stack of glass bottles to refill with, and 4 other items. Box off the sides of this so that we can run a water stream across the top without it destroying the redstone, and at this end we'll place a dropper facing downwards into the water stream. The hopper line from the glass bottle filter is going to feed into this dropper, and just like we did for the honey bottles, we're going to set up a simple comparator clock. This should now be set up to spit out any glass bottles it receives. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you watch the latest episode of the Minecraft Survival Guide, where I'm building a beekeeper's cottage around this simple automatic honey farm.